The only way this comes into existence is somebody has to borrow money. This does not exist. This is debt after 1971. So in 1974, it became the petrodollar. So I made a lot of money in oil. I worked for Standard Oil for a while.
Right.
And then what happened is the economy kept increasing and all this. Then they started pumping all the money into the baby boom generation, into their pensions. These pensions were stolen by Wall Street. It's empty. So you watch in the next few years, you're going to hear more and more from the States. Our pensions are empty. But not what else happened was because my age, baby boomers, were pumping so much money into pensions, the stock market blew up.
Okay.
The stock market blew up. Housing prices blew up. Bond market blew up.
Right.
Now it's all going to come down. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay. So this has been happening for decades now.
I've been studying it for most of my life.
Okay.
Since I was 10 years old. I said, how come I don't have some of this? How come the school teacher doesn't teach me about this?
Right.
Why does my dad always say, go to school, get a job, work hard, pay taxes, save money?
Right.
Why do that?
True.
And my rich dad says, I don't do that.
So I had an interesting question here, looking at it from the lens of the government.
Your questions are very good, by the way.
Thank you. So there are two schools of thought, right? One way to look at as a person who is running the country is to ensure the maximum happiness of all the individuals, so equitable distribution of wealth. And the other way of looking at it is, no, not everybody is equal, winner takes it all. And what we've seen over the last decade is that the income inequality has magnified. I saw an interesting stat that around 50 years back, the top 1% of the world controlled around 6 to 7% of the world's wealth.
Amen.
And today, the top 1% of the world controls around 20 to 25% of the world's wealth. So my question to you is that sustainable, or would that, if that income disparity keeps increasing, would the world eventually collapse due to war?
It's always been that way. There's a thing called Pareto's principle. It's called the 80-20 rule.
Right.
So like 80% of the people are poor, 20% are rich.
Right.
There's another rule, I don't know the name, it's a 90-10. In America, 10% of Americans own everything. The reason there's such a gap is our schools teach us to work for this.
Yeah.
Go to school, get a job,
Right.
work hard, pay taxes,
Yeah.
save money, buy a house, and put your money in the stock market.
Right.